There we go. I had to turn on my volume. Good afternoon, everybody. I apologize. I didn't quite nap, but sat in my chair and just kind of chilled for a little bit. I was very tempted to not get out of my chair and stop chilling for a little bit. I don't. Well, everybody's had a good day so far. I did double check, and these count as gift Pokemon, and gift Pokemon are full odds. So, I'm going to up my estimation for how long this is going to take to at least 2 months. I will be going to 1300 today. And then after we get shiny Omanyte, I'm popping over to Sword or Shield to hunt a second one there to evolve into an Omastar. Mostly because I should be able to evolve it faster. Excuse me. We did get to go to the drive-in last night, which was very, very nice. The chairs weren't very comfortable though. We took fold-up lawn chairs and they just did not sit well with anybody. Movie was fun. A bunch of nice little suspense moments. Could have done more with the one of the end dinosaurs though. We'll have to watch it again at some point. Also, mostly so we can hear it, because the echo with the drive-in kind of kills our hearing. Excuse me. I have got a little dry spot in my throat. Like nothing horrible, just one of those itty bitty little spots that you can feel every once in a while. It is so funny. We watched a bunch of kids play out in front of the vehicles because 50 feet of just empty space between the screen and the front row of parking. So we watched kids play, and a family bought their dogs. One of them was a corgi. Had a cute little butt. We all came home and went more or less straight to bed. Think I let Stella out. Sat on my computer for about 10 minutes just waiting for her to be ready to come back in. Shut it down and brushed my teeth and let her inside, and I slept pretty good last night actually. It was nice. I think I'm gonna spend a little bit of time later and plan out a blanket. I have a bunch of little squares I made years ago out of this really nice pretty autumn colored yarn that I want to do something with. As if I don't have another blanket beside me I need to finish. But I also don't have all the yarn I need to finish it. Because of course I don't. And with how tiny Walmart's yarn selection has gotten, I might not be able to find what I need at Walmart. Hey, Spinny Butt. Your butt itchy. I need to give you another bath. Yeah, I might do that tomorrow after our walk. Give you a bath, rub you down in that dry skin shampoo. Make you feel better. The look I just got. No, mother. Actually, I can't say that. She's pretty good about getting in and out of the bath by herself. She started to realize that yes, she is getting a bath whether she wants one or not. Yeah, and I'll rub you down with some baby powder again later. She emerged from behind the papasan chair. But the movie last night was fun. It's a Jurassic World movie. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me again. I'm gonna drop my controller. Oh. It's probably not really any better or any worse than Dominion. It was fun. Lots of nice little suspense moments and stuff. Could have done with a bit more action with the dinosaurs, I think. And of course, it was very satisfying to watch the one dude that you want eaten like 10 minutes into the movie get eaten. The premise was pretty good. Them going to the island where they first started doing experiments and the genetic crossbreeds that eventually led up to the Indominus Rex. I feel like they didn't do enough with the crossbred dinosaurs. Because, like, the big bad of the movie is only in it for, like, 10 minutes. Whereas in, like, the earlier movies with the Indominus and the T-Rex and stuff, they're reoccurring. They show up every, 10-15 minutes in each movie? Even if it's just for a little chase scene. Still fun, though. It's kind of like the Tremors franchise. I'm not as fond of the later movies, but I'm still going to watch them because it's Tremors and they're dumb in that way that is really fun. Yeah, so many resurrections. I about said regressions. Jesus. Oh, she has moved on. I was gonna look and see if she wanted to go out, but I guess not. She's probably either laying under the bed or finding her spot in the living room she likes to lay. It's kind of fun. We went on our walk this morning and there was a nice little layer of fog. Like, nothing, like, super, super thick, just enough to kind of make it look pretty out. Then, of course, halfway through our walk, the fog decided to go away, and the sun came out full force, and it's like, like, excuse me, I'm a vampire. For three and a half months out of the year. So, you know, of course it was foggy, so I didn't take my sunglasses with me, and it's like, yeah. I just start taking my sunglasses with me every time. Nice. We got in. It cost $20 for 3 people, $6 each. That's the good thing about the drive-in here in town is their prices are still like really reasonable. I think they've had about a $1 increase in their prices in like the past 15 years. Now it's going from a $5 per adult ticket. But their food prices, you cannot beat their food prices. You get like barbecue sandwich for $3 each. Nachos are like a large popcorn's $3, $3.50 if you want extra butter. So needless to say, we went and spent about $40 on food. But it was good. It was worth it. I think it was, what, 4 barbecue sandwiches, 3 nachos, 3 drinks, 2 large popcorns with extra butter. We pigged out. Of course, it's the drive-in. You have to pig out at the drive-in. Looking forward to going again sometime. Hopefully there won't be such a big gap between visits, because it's been like 3 years since I'd been there before last night. I think the last time we went to the drive-in, I was thinking it was when we went to watch Stillwater, but it wasn't. It was when we took Dad to watch Top Gun Maverick for like Father's Day or his birthday or something. Oh. Come on, good sir. Don't you want to be shiny? I mean, I know this is a full odds hunt now, but don't you want to be shiny? Don't you want to be evil? That song's so dumb, but it stays stuck in my head. Maybe I need to do a playthrough of one of these where I use Pokemon that the evil team uses. Not that our past 3 teams have been very evil. I mean, Legends Arceus didn't really have an evil team. It's just Volo being a jerk. And the last 3 evil teams have basically been like misunderstood teenagers. Give us another evil team for Gen 10 Game Freak, please. Give us someone we can despise like Getsus. She's in there alligator rolling. I think she will be having a bath tomorrow, just for dry skin and stuff. I laughed. Dad came home this morning. He went to help a buddy paint a carport. And he walks in and he goes, "Will you help me for a minute?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. What do you need?" He goes, "I need you to help me put one of my big fans in the back of the truck." Because he's got a couple of those, like, fans that are huge for using, like, outside and to help, like, dry paint and stuff. So it's so humid out that the paint they're painting in the carport isn't drying. So he came and got a big fan. Are you good in there, baby? More fossils. I desperately want like a little set of Pokemon fossils. They wouldn't have to be anything huge, something like big enough you could see the details without it costing like an arm and a leg to make would be awesome. The hardest one though would probably be the old Amber. That one you'd probably have to do out of resin. That actually probably wouldn't be too bad either. I really need to look up and see if someone on Etsy has made a fossil set. She stopped rolling. Did you wear yourself out? I don't know why I'm looking. I can't see her from where I'm at in the bedroom. If I was back on the other wall, I could turn around and probably see her, but on this wall I can't. And having to fight the urge to like completely rearrange my room again. The only voice acting we've ever gotten in a mainline Pokemon game. Other than our character making like grunts and yells in Legends Arceus. I'm sorry, I love the fact that they made the poison type gym leader in Black and White 2 sing. Need to replay Black and White and Black and White 2. Been seeing a bunch of the rumor guys be like, everyone's saying we're getting Pokemon collections, or you know, whatever, of the collection of just more or less ROMs of the older games. It's like, yeah, maybe. I wouldn't say no, but also maybe not. It seems a fairly good, like, 75-25% chance we're not getting them. But you never know, maybe the Pokemon Company / Game Freak will listen. I don't know exactly who. It's actually probably the Pokemon Company that's in charge of that as well. Of going, yes, you can make a Pokemon game. What Pokemon game do you want to do? Stella's in the living room. My boy's asleep on the table next to the desk like he usually is. Stella's rolling again. Poor baby, she has allergies during the summer. I need to get her some Benadryl. We'll have to go to the dollar store sometime in the next few days. I'll check then. Just something to help make poor baby less itchy. Went out to the truck yesterday evening to load everything up and get going. I swear I got bug bit. Got bug bit before we even left for the drive-in. Of course, once we got there, everybody was smart about it. Well, me and Dad's girlfriend were smart about it because we were wearing shorts. We sprayed down with off. Me being the doofus I am, fumbled my bucket of popcorn and dumped a okay portion up and down on the ground, and it's like, ah! They're using different buckets now that are slightly squishier. Because they used to use like those standard yellow, thicker cardboard ones. And now they're like brown buckets. And they have a bit more give. So I'd go to squeeze it and it'd be like start slipping out of my grip, and it's like, ah! Like, no, let's not dump the rest of my popcorn on the ground, please. I go through and make me a playlist of just the soundtracks and scores and whatnot from the other Pokemon games. I like the kind of jazzy feel this one has to it. I'm hoping, seeing how my luck with full odds hunts has been kind of nice enough to not make me go over 2,000, that the fossil hunts might continue to be that way. If this were real life, this dude would have so many questions for where and how I got all these fossils. Poor Dad fell asleep halfway through the movie. Which we were all kind of expecting. He doesn't generally make it through many movies anymore. Usually if we have a big old blanket spread out and stuff across the ground, and we just kind of picnic. Of course, with how wet it ended up last night before we left, that was kind of probably a good thing we didn't. It just ended up very dewy by like 11:30 last night. spending half my stream just kind of jamming out to Pokemon music. Let me go see if she wants out. Cause she might. Let me go check on my baby. Della! Della Marie, you going outside? Oh. Huh? You wanna go outside, my baby? She did in fact want to go outside. Hold on, my leg itches. Mouse up some. Have you guys seen the Summerween stuff that seems to be happening in stores now? Like, we need Halloween a month and a half before it's gonna start invading stores anyways. I mean, a lot of it's actually pretty cute. I won't lie. But it's like, guys, we start getting Halloween stuff in stores in, like, August now. By the end of next week, everything will be back to school for the next month and a half. And then by the end of August, or like the week before, they'll gonna start putting all the Halloween stuff out. Our seasonal decor has become so weirdly positioned in life that it starts coming out 2 months before the actual holiday. I mean, Christ, we start getting Christmas stuff before Halloween. I won't always complain about the Christmas candy coming out early. But it's like, guys, we still have Thanksgiving. There's a buffer there. Like, Christmas stuff used to start coming out about, what, middle of November? So people could do decorations and stuff for, like, Black Friday. Usually the candy and stuff started coming out a bit sooner, I think, but it's like, guys, too soon. Yes, we want to go another round. Say, dude, quit nodding your head and let me see the Omanyte. That's my job. Did it not count? There we go. Let me check my number real fast. Make sure I'm at least mostly accurate. I am accurate. Yeah, that would you'd have to do with Risen, so you could put like a little, I don't know if it's supposed to be a mosquito inside the old amber, or like a tooth or a claw or what, so you could put something in it. Every once in a while I want to start dabbling in like resin or and stuff, but also I do not because I don't have the money. My sister, one of my older sister, apparently she does like resin tables and stuff. I am gonna have to poke her whenever I'm about to move into the trailer and be like, hey, where's my table? On her at this point, she'd probably charge me for it, which I made her a free octopus, which is not an equivalent exchange at all, because she would either have to bring the table down or mail it to me. But I'm gonna have to tease her about it. I'm gonna have to give her crap. And Dad were in the garage yesterday. Just stepped in to look for a chair because I thought we still had a couple of his girlfriends. And I was just kind of at that point just looking up and looking around because we have so much stuff in the garage. And he goes, I think that used to be the tabletop for a Christmas Town table. We used to have this. It wasn't like huge, but it was a pretty big table because we had a big old Christmas Town we used to set up in December with like all the buildings and stuff. It was a thing that grew every year, and now most of the buildings are sitting put away in the garage. I might have to claim those when I get my trailer, find a place to put them. If anything, I guess I could have him build me a little shelf. Set him up along a part of the wall or something. Eventually I need to go to Walmart and find the little Christmas Town greenhouse that they've had for forever and get it. Just because it's a greenhouse. Excuse me. Checking to make sure she's not at the door. She's been getting caught on the steps the last couple of times she's been out. So at some point here in a few minutes, I might have to go rescue her. Bless her. Swirly shelled boy. Whew. Ouch. Doing my count a little, don't matter so long as I ain't miscounting, I suppose. Read the second chapter of the Ultimates thing now in Marvel, where they have Miles in the new Ultimates comics. And they're gonna do that thing where they string that poor boy along for like 6 issues before he finds his little sister. Oh, there she is! Yeah, alright, let me go let the pooch in real fast. Yes, my baby, I hear you. I'm coming. Hold on. Let me pick up the water bottle first. Hi, Bubba. she's back in and she has her cookie. Her dog treat. I call them cookies. Silly pooch. I threw one for her because she likes to chase them. So we generally toss them so they like slide along the floor. And then one yesterday, it hit the floor and broke in half. And she took probably 15-20 seconds just kind of looking back and forth between the pieces like she was trying to figure out which piece she wanted to go for first. Like if she didn't go after both of them, one of them was going to get up and walk away. This is kind of appropriately sciencey music, isn't it? This feels more evil sciencey than just general sciencey. This is probably Team Galactic music? No, that's Team Plasma. Team Plasma is Gen 5 villains. Wonder if we'll get any surprise characters in ZA. Like, I'm not expecting N or anything, but it would be fun to see if you just random characters from other regions, maybe. Looker, at least. I mean, come on, you gotta have Looker in the Kalos game. Oh, thank you. Sometimes I have a subscription alert for YouTube that goes off and sometimes it doesn't. It's picky. I appreciate it either way. Still slowly but surely creeping forward to 500 subscriptions on YouTube. I should check my statistics just for the heck of it. It's been forever since I have. I like seeing which one of my shiny on screen videos has overtaken the other. I think last time I checked, my one with the most views was Magikarp. It's fine. I don't need rapid growth. Slow and steady gets you there eventually. It might take a while. Oh! Alright, no shiny in that batch. And neither was the accidental Kabuto. Kabuto line's next. I gotta get past the Omanyte ones first, though. Get this first one hunted in Let's go, so I can hunt the another for the evolved form in Sword or Shield. I am looking forward to replaying Let's Go so I can shiny hunt my legendaries. It'll be fun. I'm still hoping I should have at least the fossils and maybe one legendary finished by the time ZA comes out. It'll all just depend on the algorithm and how lucky I am with the RNG. Because sometimes it likes me and sometimes it hates me. My only hunt so far, I think, that hasn't made it to 1,000 out of trading for like Alolans was that first Alolan Rattata that I got in like 150, 160 trades. But the second one and the Alolan Marowak were both over 1,000, so not bad for full out hunts though. So I don't know if I'm gonna try and get this shiny charm before I hunt the legends, because I should have most of them in Pokemon Home that I can pop back into Let's Go for Pokedex filling. Ooh. That is a stubborn Moltres. That happens sometimes. I've seen people go like 5 or 6 times over odds sometimes for shinies. I remember seeing a screenshot one day of this dude who was shiny hunting Zygarde in X and Y, and I don't know if it was like, oh look, your subscription came through. Need to make that bigger so I can actually see it. Yeah, my GIF and my music are out of sync. But I don't know if the screenshot of the dude shiny hunting Zygarde in X and Y was like meant to just be like a parody. If he was doing it just kind of for fun, because you can't shiny hunt the legendaries in X and Y. I have so many legendaries to hunt. I mean, it's not like every single legendary, but it is a good amount of legendaries just across the games. I'm gonna end up splitting those between Brilliant Diamond and Dynamax Adventures, probably. Maybe Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon if I can get me a copy. But I'd want to stream that. End up like the poor hunt I'm gonna have to do for Savali eventually. God, I gotta hunt 2 of those. Thankfully, I have my niece's copy of Pokemon Sun, which I don't think she ever beat, so... That means I only need to restart a game once. So yeah, I gotta do Moltres, Articuno, and Mewtwo after I finish with the fossils. Nice. I have not done any of the ones on Brilliant Diamond. I wasn't really planning on shiny hunting at the time whenever, we got them. So I caught Heatran and I got Shaman. But I have a shiny Shaman from an event or something, I think. So that I don't need Shaman. I have Darkrai that I haven't hunted yet. So he will probably be my first hunt on Brilliant Diamond. And Arceus, I'll have to restart the game for, which is fine because I need Dialga anyways. I just wish they had kept the events for Darkrai and Shaman active. I can understand why they didn't, but it kind of sucks that they aren't. Or at least they should have made them the every once or twice a year events, kind of like the Walking Wake and Iron Leaves raids. So that way anybody new who gets the games gets a chance to get them. Oh, nice! That is really good luck. I used to have a dude come and chat with me. I don't remember his name because it's been several months since I've seen him, but he was shiny hunting the Reggies, which is also a hunt I need to do. I need to shiny hunt like all but one Reggie, I think. But I think he'd gotten one of them and he was doing Reggie Ice, I think. Was his next one? I know Johnstone last week finished his catching for his shiny hunting for Gen 5 by getting 2 shiny Kyurem, if I'm not mistaken. And one of them he got insanely fast within like 200 resets. Of course, he also has 2 DSs he was able to hunt on. I'm more than likely going to end up doing Kyurem, Reshiram, and Zekrom in Sword and Shield. Whichever game decides to spit out those raid paths first. But that's a while now. I want to get like basic Pokedex completion done before I majorly go into legendary hunting. But I'm almost finished with the Gen 1 shiny decks. I just need the fossils, the 3 legendaries, and then Pinsir and Kangaskhan, which I'll be hunting in ZA. And Mew, but I don't have a way to get Mew because my area sucks for Pokemon Go. So Mew will just have to remain unshiny unless we get an event for it. And I'm like ridiculously close to having Gen 2 finished as well, I think. Hold on, I think I have the numbers written down here somewhere. Let me see real fast. Did I keep that list? Flowers. I made it like several months ago. I do not think I did. Oh, wait. I have 9 Pokemon left to get in Generation 2, and like, at least 3 of them are legendaries. 39 in Gen 3, 10 in Gen 4, but those are all legendaries. 73 in Gen 5, 22 in Gen 6, 27 in Gen 7, which is no longer correct because I've gotten a few Alolan forms, and 35 in Gen 8. So I still have quite a few to get. Yeah. I'm in teeny tiny towns, so there aren't really like abundant Pokemon Go places. So getting all the Pokemon from you is kind of hard. Which I don't expect it to be easy. But I can't like go to the local park and walk around the walking path and hit 15 different Pokestops or something. Also, the data around here kind of sucks because we're just in one of those areas. So Pokemon Go is a pain in the butt on my phone. So I'm going for a living shiny dex minus mythicals. And forms, because like I don't need 6 different shiny forms of Zygarde. I say that he has 3 forms, but you know what I mean. Like I don't need all the unknown shiny. I have several shiny from Legends Arceus, but I don't need all of them shiny. If we can transfer the Furfrou forms into home with their haircuts remaining intact from Legends ZA, I might have to hunt 7 different... My brain's very weird about which form collections I need to complete for shiny Pokemon and which ones it's perfectly fine not having a shiny for each one. Like Minor, seeing how all the Minor colors share the black shiny, I don't need a shiny Minor for each color, just one will do. But I do have all these shinies for Oricorio, and I have all the Milcery I have all the not Milcery, all the Alcremie shinies and all the Alcremie forms. Thank God for that outbreak event. That saved me so much time. Looking forward to starting hunting in Sword and Shield again. Getting my like Galarian Ponyta and Rapidash and stuff. Because I bred one for a friend, and shiny Galarian Ponyta and Galarian Rapidash are so nice. Omanyte, my dude, why do you do this to me? Getting cloudy outside, just a little bit. Still gotta figure out if I want to hunt or breed for that second Galarian Yamask. Because I figure I'll end up breeding for regular Yamask, because I need 2 of them. But I hunted the first one last year during October when I took the month to hunt ghost types. Oh my god, I'm so thankful I decided to evolve the first one I caught instead of waiting for the second one. That one is such a pain in the butt to evolve. It and Galarian Farfetch'd, oh my god. I hated evolving my Galarian Farfetch'd. Just because it was such a pain in the butt to get 3 critical hits on a Pokemon. And then make sure you were to a point where once you beat it, your Pokemon would level up to evolve. Here, let me turn my light on real fast. It was brighter in here earlier. There we go. I'm not being lit up completely from my TV. I could do Corsola and Brilliant Diamond. I'm gonna have to go through games and figure out which Pokemon I want to hunt in certain games. Or breed for in certain games. It's like getting Corsola and Brilliant Diamond will be easier than doing it in Sword and Shield because it's a Gen 4 game and Galarian Corsola does not exist in that game. How good the soundtrack for Black and White 2 was. But no, if I had the money and time and whatnot to put into Pokemon Go, I probably would. I hit A so fast. I don't think that was a shiny, but I'm gonna double check. I remember in the being about to the point in Pokemon Go where I was running out of space for like items and whatnot, and I needed a bag upgrade or something. But also, the only time I gave money to Pokemon Go was like $10 once for 100 Pokeballs so I could finish my Meltan hunting so I could evolve one into a Melmetal. I know a bunch of people were doing the shiny roaming form Gimme Goal hunting. And it's pretty cool that they did that, but it also is smidge annoying because I don't play Pokemon Go. Last time I played Pokemon Go was legit just to get like 7 or 8 roaming form Gimme Goal. So I could have one for my collection and then a few others in case friends needed them. I still wish they had made a difference in Goldango between if you evolved a roaming form or if you evolved a chest form. Excuse me. Oh, good luck. I got lucky with their round of raids last year and had a viewer come in and they had a shiny Gimme Goal raid, so they let me, I beat it 3 times, twice for myself and then one for a friend who I could poke and be like, hey, do raids with me, and she'd come do raids with me. I do wish their shinies were better. Could you imagine if they'd made them like gold or something? Honestly, even just making like Goldango a rose gold or just a silver gold instead would have been awesome. I said silver gold, a white gold. It was very nice of them. I remember seeing this little video someone did. They're like, yeah, I have this thing I could plug my game in and have it run the how many raids I would need to check before she found her shiny. And it's like, guys, the number it gave me was like almost 10,000 raids before a shiny one would show up in my game. And it's like, ooh. Plus those people who still have one of their Scarlet and Violet games that hasn't touched the internet for a year so they don't lose the raids. That was actually my Violet game for a while. Because I was going to run them by myself, just 4 or 5, a day or something up until I got what I needed. Or at least one of what I needed. Oh, it's Wednesday. We won't be getting raid tonight. That'll be tomorrow. Let's say it'll be interesting to see how difficult the Kimono O raid this week is. I think the last one took me and my friends like an hour to beat. Going through and just slightly adjusting after each defeat. We got him in the end. Yes, I have more fossils for you. I do enjoy the 7-star raids though. They're fun and difficult, but they're fun. They're fun, kind of difficult. They're a nice challenge. I'd never built a battle ready Pokemon before the raids. Bless her. We still have one friend in our group who's like, I don't want to build a battle ready Pokemon, so every time we get one, it's like, okay, what are we building for you? Like, honey, watch this video, I promise, it's not that hard. Like, I can do it, you can definitely do it. And like, also, 90% of my Pokemon are just built based off what the YouTubers tell you to build. You know, the ones who defeat the Pokemon in like 45 minutes. I miss Austin John's raid videos. He's always kind of my go-to for Pokemon advice. Of course, he'll do that. He kind of did that with Sword and Shield too. He used to do strategy videos for like all the Gigantamax raids and the Dynamax raids and Sword and Shield. And then after a while, he just kind of petered off and stopped doing them, which is no big deal. For the Herba only, yeah. Yeah, if we get a 7-star raid that's like not super difficult, we'll farm it for Herba for a little bit. I'm up to 100 and something in my copy of Scarlet, I think. Which I'm kind of saving because at some point in time I want to shiny hunt an entire Dunsparce outbreak. Catch every single shiny I can until they stop spawning, and then evolve them all to see if I can get a 3 segment from it. Austin John is a godsend. I always look forward to his new videos whenever a new Pokemon game comes out. I love watching him stream as well when on the rare occasion that he does. Like, one of the biggest joys I had during Legends Arceus when I was working on my Alpha Living decks was watching him hunt for Pokemon for his Alpha Living decks as well. You can't get a 3 segment outbreak, but I don't see that there would be any reason why you couldn't get a 3 segment one from a Dunsparce outbreak. I might have said a Dunsparce outbreak earlier, if I did, forgive me. But yeah, you should be able to get a 3 segment one from a regular Dunsparce outbreak. I'll have to look into it, I guess, and see. If not, I guess I'll do it the old-fashioned way then. And catch Dunsparce until I get one that evolves into one. Area 0 is good for that hunt. I just wanted to do an outbreak of it because Dunsparce are one of the outbreaks where you can just run around in circles, more or less, and despawn the Pokemon. Because you can do that with Sandygast if it's raining, Silicobra, because they will vanish. You can do it with Sudowoodo and Chansey because they'll run away from you. There are probably a couple more you can do that with too. Diglett just kind of run, but they don't leave. I don't know if the one before last was a regular one. I'd like to think that if I missed the shiny, you guys would tell me. But on occasion, I hit A as I'm glancing over at my side screen to read chat so I can respond, and I don't realize I've hit A and not taken a glance at what was on the screen. But yeah, I'll definitely look into that beforehand. Because I have done a 2 segment Dunsparce outbreak and found a shiny. But I know the 3 segment ones don't spawn. Which I guess it's kind of sad, but I guess it would also kind of, you know, kill the odds of the hunt. Hi, Moose. I'm doing pretty good. I went to the drive-in last night and saw the new Jurassic Park movie. I had fun. Now I'm just waiting for this dude to be purple for me. I am not the best. Not by a long shot, but I will take any compliments you want to give me. Just having fun playing games. It was nice. We picked out on drive-in food and watched a movie. Got eaten up by bugs. Well, ants more than anything else, actually. The off kept the mosquitoes and stuff away, but that did not keep a few ants away or the lightning bugs that were flying around our heads for some reason. But lightning bugs are awesome, so they can stay. The gift Pokemon are a full odds hunt. So it's the entire 4,000 whatever odds deal. They're not affected by the shiny charm. So this is actually around the usual number considering how long 2 of the trade hunts took. It'll go a bit faster when I hunt it in Sword or Shield. They did redo their food area. So you don't like go inside the building now. It's all just outdoors. I think they needed the extra space for more kitchen. But the food's still awesome, so it's always worth the wait, even if you're like in a line. Yeah, full odds is a little oof. I mean, I know I could get in Scarlet, not Scarlet. We were just talking about hunting in Scarlet and Violet in a Sword and Shield and have shiny charm odds, but I do at least want to hunt one of each pair in this game. It's always worth the wait for drive-in food, though. They have such good food. But yeah, it was fun. We went and saw the new Jurassic World movie. Had some very nice little suspense moments where it was, oh crap, where did the dinosaur go? Me yelling at a girl dragging a big life raft, an unfolded one across a dock when she really should have drug it down into the water and swam across the river. Like, chick, get that in the water. It's buoyant. It'll float. And if it won't float, it'll be lighter. It was fun. About on par with Dominion. It's pretty good. Of course, if you just enjoy the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World movies in general, you'll enjoy this one. I am sorry to hear you're having a rough time, dude. Hopefully things get better. I've realized that the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World movies are kind of like the Tremors movies. They're not always necessarily the best movies, but they are generally usually a lot of fun to watch. Yeah, if you get a chance, go see it soon. Go enjoy some theater popcorn. We have literally watched the owners, or well, one of the owners, the owner's wife. I don't know if she's a co-owner or not. that's not my business. But we've literally walked into the store before and saw her like just clearing out. I don't remember what kind of butter it is, but clearing out a thing of butter for the buttered popcorn. Okay, that's in the music. I love going through and rewatching the Tremors movies on occasions. Yeah. I like the first three the best, I think. The 4's okay. The one where they go back to the beginning when they're like first discovered. 5, 6, and 7 aren't bad. Oh wait, there's 5, 6, 7, and 8. Because there's Bloodlines, the Arctic one. And, oh no, wait, yeah, 5, 6, and 7 aren't necessarily my favorite, but I think that's just because they focus so much on Bert, and you don't have kind of the big cast there anymore. Yeah, it was okay. But like I said, they're Tremors movies. I'm not expecting them to be like blockbuster Marvel movies or something. They're dumb and fun. Me and Dad one year, we had a good-sized snowstorm. And we just kind of hunkered down in the living room and watched all of them. Actually, they were on a YouTube Premium 3 or 4 months ago, and we sat down and watched the first 3. Every time I have friends, they're like, yeah, I've never seen these movies. It's like, oh, I'm changing that. Like, you're watching at least the first one. You know, at least in this game, they don't make me enter and exit the room to get my Omanyte. Okay, should be about done with this round, and I'll do one more round before calling it a day. Oh my god. The Pokemon Center website now has a collection of measuring cups and spoons, and they're dittos. And it's like another kitchen thing I am so tempted to get. Like, I did not know I needed ditto inspired measuring cups, but apparently I do. Okay, I think that one before was my last one. Oh, I did this earlier. Hi, Kabuto. I didn't actually mean to revive you, but it happened. Alright, last batch for the day. The Ditto plush are generally pretty cute. I love that they've given them all the derpy face so you can be 100% certain that they are in fact Ditto, when the derpy Ditto face was only a thing in one episode of Pokemon. Did you ever order your Zorua plush? I have so many Pokemon plush I need. There's so much of the home decor stuff as well that I would love to have. I very much wish that the Pokemon Center had a wishlist feature. If for no other reason, so I could keep up with what I wanted. You did forget. Well, shame on you for forgetting. Yeah, I know that feeling. We gotta pay our bills one day here soon. One day this week, actually. Getting myself something from the Pokemon Center website has become a once every 6 or so month treat. Like, generally, I will order something for Black Friday because they do free shipping. So it's usually a sitting cutie. And then around my birthday, I will get myself something from the Pokemon Center. Of course, this year I got myself books. I imagine the next thing I get from the Pokemon Center is either going to be the Fuecoco Coco sign or the Wooloo flower vase, which are like the two things I really want from the Pokemon Center right now. But no, I feel you about being broke. Like, I have a little bit of money, but it's like money that's been put aside for later bills and stuff. Like, yeah, I have $50, but this $50, most of it is going towards my Nintendo Online in a couple of months, but also my Pokemon Home subscription. It's cute. I like it better than the Dragonair flower face. And that one is basically just a Dragonair wrapped around a bunch of like storm clouds, which I get what they were going for. It just, the execution just wasn't as good as it could have been. If you want something Wooloo shaped, you need to get the mug. Because they do have a Wooloo cup. They have a spill cup as well. Pokemon shaped mugs are also a thing that's on my list. They're just less of a priority in comparison to the Fuecoco sign and the Wooloo vase. They have some pretty nice stuff for the in the home collection of Pokemon merchandise. No, I feel you with that. I have used 2 or 3 cups / mugs to plant succulents in before, so I hear you there. I have a little gray mug that I got from work because one of the, I don't remember if it was a customer or one of the waitresses dropped it, and the only thing that broke on it was the handle, so I took it home and used it to plant succulents in. They do also have Pokemon planters. Actually, I think they're doing a collaboration with a company for succulent planters. They don't look very deep, though. Or very big. So it doesn't look like they're meant for, like, a big bunch of succulents. I would have more succulents if someone didn't like to eat them. He didn't even twitch. He just laying there asleep. He don't care. You and the cats before you. And Dad's girlfriend. I can't complain though. The 3 succulents I have left are still doing pretty decent. My one poor baby out of the ones I kept in a pot, and the others I went and planted in the backyard so they could have all the room to spread and like bud and stuff they wanted, and the frickin' rabbits ate them. Oh, he's not apologizing. I don't get plants anymore. No, Dad's at work. And I like to think Dad has enough sense to not to try and eat the succulents. Now, aloe vera, if I'm not mistaken, is edible. But I don't think any of the other ones are. At least not by human standards. I couldn't get him to stay out of my plants when I had a bunch of them. I tried aluminum foil. I tried the sticky tape along the edge, the double-sided sticky tape along the edge of the shelf. I tried blocking them off. He would always find a way to them. He who knocked over my moss ball jar and killed my moss ball. I'm gonna have to get me another moss ball eventually. Maybe some shrimp to go in a container with it. We'll see. I would love a little fish tank, but it'd have to be one of the ones with a really good lid. I had two. Well, I bought two whenever I first got one, and my niece thought they were really, really cool, so I gave her the second one, cause she had a bunch of plants and stuff too. So I kept the one, and I had a fish tank for it. Just a fish bowl. That bowl is up on that shelf full of fake flowers now. And it got to the point where it's like, okay, you know what? This is ridiculous. This single moss ball doesn't need the big bowl, so I put it in a big mason jar. And there it lived for about the next three and a half years until we got him. Oh, you moved! Do you know I'm talking about you? Huh? Huh, you little butt munch? No pain in my butt. I miss all my plants. I miss my bay window being a jungle. Because for a couple of years my birthday would roll around, and that's literally what everybody would get me, would be like those little succulent baskets that you find in like the grocery store greenhouses and stuff. It used to take me 30 minutes to water my plants once every 2 weeks. I miss my yucca plant. I can actually say the cat left that one fairly well alone. But I had it in a big old pot. I don't know if they overwatered it or what, but he died while I was away. He rotted, I think. The trunk, the main, would it be a trunk? The main part of the plant got all spongy. Let me check my numbers here, make sure I'm still accurate. 69. I'm one off, okay. Now I'm accurate. It's probably more of a stalk than a trunk. I don't always know the proper terminology for plants. Which, as it was, I was very sad. I'm not gonna lie, I mostly bought it because of Animal Crossing. Because I recognized it from the game. But I did like it. It was actually a plant I kept like right next to my bed. Because it was tall enough it didn't get in the way of anything. I do have my lucky bamboo though. That's in the living room. Well, all my plants are in the living room right now, where the cat generally leaves them alone. It's still going pretty good. A bunch of the leaves ended up a little sunburned a couple months ago. Because I set it outside for a day or two. Because we were... What were we doing? Cleaning the living room or something. Or... No, it was warm out. And it was sunny, but not like too sunny. And the second day it was outside, it got a bit hotter than I thought it was going to. So it ended up a little sunburned. But it's still going good. It puts off new plants every year, so. I've had that one 5 years now. I got that one after I got the cataract surgery. I don't know if it was a stem, because it was the main body of the plant. So it's probably trunk or stalk would be the more appropriate term. I do miss all my plant babies though. Hauling them off from the shelves a couple times a year and taking them outside and hitting them with the not the spray nozzle, but like the shower nozzle on the hose to give them a good dusting and stuff. Dad always would laugh when he'd watch me hauling them through the living room out the back door. He'd like, "Do you need help?" I was like, "Nah, I got it. Only 4 more trips." One of my favorites were the ones that they used to do the plant-friendly paint on. I liked the colors, but I also liked that you could literally visibly track how much your plant was growing by how much smaller the section that was painted would get. Because I had them, and I got them when they were little. Honey, I hit 30 and had to have a cataract cut out of my eye. I know your pain. Also, I'm legally blind in one eye, so. But I had four of the painted plants. I don't have any of the originals. The one I have in the living room was one of their babies. But they were like that by the time I took them outside to plant them, because they were getting so big I would need a humongous pot to put them in just so they would fit. They were so big. And they fed the rabbits so well that night. I didn't realize the rabbits liked them that much. Actually, I need to go repot our hen chicks outside. Break them up and separate them a little bit. I wear my glasses when I'm doing things, but I'm nearsighted enough that the arm's length between me and my TV is close enough I can read everything fine. and the bifocals annoy me when I'm playing games, so I could probably do contacts again. Well, contact again. Well, there's not much of a reason to. It was kind of nice in high school, though. And also the weird looks everyone gave me the first day I walked into class without my glasses on. Like, did you lose your glasses? It's like, no, I have a contact now. They're like, contacts? It's like, no, one contact. One. Yeah, no, not, that was, what was 7th grade? That was 2003. 2003 for me. So that was about, 22 years ago. Oh, good lord. I'm not paying attention to my Omanyte again. You make me think of that person who comes in every once in a while and calls me Granny. The first time they came in to stream, they asked me how old I was. And I will not give people my age. You're welcome to guess. But just in general and for fun, I won't tell anybody how old I am. But they're like, you sound old. You sound like you're in your 30s, and it's like, okay, well technically you're not wrong. Well, I was that kid that, all the teachers like, oh, you have glasses, do you need to move? So, everybody in the classroom was at least semi-aware that, yes, I wore glasses. My vision still kind of sucked. Yeah. And I think it was the dude who sat, like, in front of or behind me who noticed. And he's like, where are your glasses? It's like, they're gone. I need them never again, which was a lie because you can't wear contacts all the time. At least not the one I got, you couldn't. That one contact lasted me probably 2 or 4 years before I tore a piece of it, taking it out one morning, and then I couldn't wear it anymore, and we never got me another one. It was fun while it lasted, though. It's fun getting all the family member reactions that summer too when I went to visit. Oh my god, where are your glasses? Like, I have a contact now. I had to come out one day during gym just because I guess my eyes got really dry. And I didn't lose it. I rubbed my eye and it came out. I had to walk up to the gym teachers and it's like, can I go to the nurse's office? And they looked at me. It's like, my contact came out and it's dry enough. It doesn't want to go back in. I need to go see if she has solution. I can dip it in real fast. And the teacher just kind of looked at me like, okay. Like this is a thing that probably never happened to them before. Oh, I would have loved to have been able to do a pair of, like, the eye color changing contacts. One of my sisters had some, and they turned her eyes, like, blue. And I know, one of my friends one year at an anime convention came across one of those booths that, had it to where you could order a set of contacts with them and they'd ship them to your house. And my friend was looking at them. She's like, "Oh, I want these." It's like, "Honey, do you think you could put these in?" And she goes, "Maybe." It's like, don't get contacts, honey. He's like, if you wore contacts, all the time, yes, then fine, get you a pair of anime contacts. But you don't wear contacts, sweetheart. They are fun to generally look at, though. Because they had, like, the Sharingan ones and the demon ones. And I don't remember if they had a pair of Byakugan ones. I don't think the Peen episodes had aired at that point in time. So they didn't have the Rinnegan. But it is very neat what they could do with contacts. Makes me think of that poor dude who played Nightcrawler in the second X-Men movie. He's like, "Yes, they've given me these yellow contacts and I am blind." I love Nightcrawler. He's my favorite X-Men. God, you mentioning fantasy contacts. I want to go to one of those fantasy balls. Like a bunch of like the D&D YouTube / Twitch / TikTok people got invited to a fantasy ball, and it's like, I want to go. I also really want Quincy's hat he wore to that ball, because that was a cool hat. Cozy boy. Yeah, Logan's fun. He was probably one of my favorites when I was little. But, I think I generally watched more Batman and Superman and stuff than I did, like, X-Men when I was younger, that first series. I remember Spider-Man being in there, too. And, like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But X-Men Evolution came out, and that was my favorite for a long time. That was my main introduction to Nightcrawler, considering he was only in like 2 episodes in the old cartoon. I was very happy to see him return in Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix. The dude they had play him was fun, and looked very much like he could have been a younger version of the actor who played him in United. Don't know what we're gonna do when Hugh? Logan's actor's name. I'm having a dumb moment and can't remember it. Actually stops playing his character in X-Men movies. Or in this case, Deadpool movies. Yeah, it is. It is a little convoluted. I think they should have just made the First Class universe its own reboot instead of tying it back into the kind of tying it back into the original series. Hugh Jackman. Okay, thank you. I couldn't remember his name. I was wanting to call him Hugh Hefner, and I know that's not right. He's daddy. My dad likes him in Australia. He is a good actor, though. But it will be very weird when we eventually get to movies with Wolverine in them and he's not playing Wolverine anymore. He's 90. Well, I mean the guy who plays Magneto, if I'm not mistaken, has still been in movies. He's not been in like X-Men and stuff, but he still played Gandalf. I'm having a bad day where I just cannot remember any actors' names. As well as the fellow who played Professor Xavier. He showed up in, what was it, the last Star Trek movie? I don't really watch Star Trek, but I think he showed up in Picard? Is that the right dude? I have very base level knowledge about Star Trek. Mostly I've learned through osmosis with other people. But I mean, to be fair, Keanu Reeves has just now started to slow down in movies and stuff, and good lord, he was freaking John Wick. No, I think he's still Patrick Stewart. Yes, no, Patrick Stewart. I don't think he did die. I feel like I would have heard about it if he died. I think Patrick is Professor Xavier. Ian Malcolm. Okay, I was right. Or McLean, however it is you pronounce that. No, he's still kicking. He's 86 years old. I'm about to say, don't tell me he died. I'd have been sad. He will always be Gandalf / Magneto in my heart. Look, I watched Jurassic World last night. I've had Jurassic Park characters bouncing in my skull for the past 12 hours. I saw the M at the beginning of his last name, and my brain's like, "Oh look, it's Ian Malcolm," and it's like, "No, no, it's McLean." Look, I wanted to call Hugh Jackman Hugh Hefner 10 minutes ago, so I think this one could be excused. Me and actors / singer names generally just do not get along at all. I'm very bad at them. It might have been a different actor. I think there were 2 different actors who played Gandalf, maybe. But the other dude might have voiced him. I have no idea if that last one was a regular Omanyte or not. I'm looking at chat enough, I'm distracting myself. Check the last few here, make sure I haven't made an oops. Oh yes, feel free to point it out always. Ah, Count Duke, yeah, that dude might have passed. Especially if he was as old as he looked in the movies. No, every time I see one of those actors like trending on like Beast Guy or Twitter or something, it's like, oh god, they're not dead, are they? Also, to be fair, John Wayne still does movies. The last one I know he was in was The Mule, I think, which was a couple of years ago, but he might have been in another one since then. I don't generally keep up with John Wayne, except for Dad, because Dad likes John Wayne. Now, all the older fellers do kind of blend together a little bit, especially if you like several of them. But no, my general movie knowledge when it comes to actors and actresses, unless I see their names a lot, are like, oh, this dude played in these 3 movies. Like, yes, it's like, do you know the name of the actor? No, I do not, but I know he played in these 3 movies. No, he didn't die in 79. John Wayne. No, not John Wayne. Oh, he's the dude who did like Big Jake and a bunch of the old westerns. Not John Wayne. Oh, what's his name? He played the old guy in Gran Torino. Clint Eastwood? That don't sound right either. Been half a tiny quarter of my stream looking up actors. Yeah, it is Clint Eastwood. Okay, I was right. I was getting my Western actors turned around. Where was I getting John Wayne from? Ben, Papa's home. I must have finished painting for the day. But yeah, Dad really likes Clint Eastwood. I should check and see if he's played in any more movies, though. I don't think he has, but I don't always keep up with movies. They hit a certain point, though, where, yes, they all do kind of look alike. It gets hard to tell apart the wrinkles in white hair. Especially if they're all kind of like have the finer facial features and stuff. I mean, Christ, I couldn't tell the difference between The Rock and Vin Diesel for like a little bit, because at some point in time they just really looked alike. And it's like, oh, this is The Rock, and then someone would look at me and be like, oh no, wait, this is the other dude. I still need those two to like play in a movie together. Isn't there a third dude who kind of looks like like the two of them? Actually, here, let me check my count real fast. 17, so I'm 3 behind. Did they do several movies together? Oh no, I'm thinking of an idea someone had where they wanted to see them do a movie together, but they wanted it to be a rom-com. Is what it was. Look, I don't watch a ton of Vin Diesel movies. I've seen several of the movies Dwayne Johnson plays in because my dad's girlfriend, he is like her favorite actor. Which is understandable. I feel like the movies they put, were they both in the Fast and Furious movies? Was it Vin Diesel in the Fast and Furious movies, or am I thinking of someone else? I've only seen like 3 Fast and Furious movies. Those weren't a huge thing for me either. I don't remember the complete idea for it, but it was basically supposed to be them being at least both of them being bi and discovering that, being like firefighters and discovering that yes, love is the heart is the strongest muscle, and so it was their funny idea for this rom-com. Sadly, it's been like 3 or 4 years since I saw the post for it on Tumblr. It was Fast and Furious? Okay, I was right there. I like a good action movie, just the racing movies were never 100% my forte. Aren't there like 7 or 8 Fast and Furious movies now? The cat's gotta go greet Dad. It was mostly a joke about them both being kind of buff dudes. If I ever find that post again, I'll have to save it. I think I'm getting the idea confused with I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry, where they're both firefighters and they could do the fake gay relationship so the guy can keep his kids. that shouldn't surprise me, but that's funny. Fast and Furious, Jesus Christ. Guys, when you start thinking about space movies, it's time to stop. Fast and Furious in space, Jesus. That's like what is it? I don't remember if it's a Friday the 13th movie or a Halloween movie that has them in space. I think it's Jason. Jason is Friday the 13th. I think it's Friday the 13th, but I could be wrong. Yeah, that's understandable. Well, me and a friend went and watched one of them in theaters and enjoyed it. The one where I think they were making a run into Mexico. What? Okay. And we, yeah, Jason X, and we enjoyed it. And I've seen one or two other ones. Just like I said, racing movies have never just been my go-to action movies. Sometimes dumb movies are the best. I mean, sometimes it's fun when they go kind of stupid. Sometimes it's bad when they go kind of stupid. I'm surprised they haven't tried sticking a Michael Myers in space yet. Halloween in space. Actually, that'd be funny. They should do that. There would be a more legitimate reason for Michael Myers to be in space than there is for Jason Voorhees. Because Michael Myers is petty enough, he would track a family member down onto a spaceship to try to kill them. I've not paid attention like the past 3 Omanyte I've gotten. Of course, the Nightmare on Elm Street movies got pretty dumb, too. Though Freddy versus Jason was pretty fun. I think Dream Warriors was my favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movie. The magical dream power spoke to like 10-year-old me. Alright, that's the end of that. Let's check the last few. Make sure I didn't miss a shiny. Just in case. Because I've done it before. Not with these, it was with Hatching Mill Tank. Of course, the Paranormal Activity movies got pretty dumb in the end as well. But they were still fun to watch. Hi! Are you here to interrupt me? Yeah, it's not quite food time yet. I'll feed you in a little bit. Alright, that is going to be it for today. I will be back tomorrow to do another 300. Legion, Moose, it's a pleasure as always. Thank you for sticking around and chatting with me. Hopefully the rest of your day goes good. And maybe I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. Yes, hi. Hi. I know, you want all the